If you've watched your child go from being able to play with toys for 30 minutes to barely lasting 2 minutes on anything, and you're wondering how screen time destroyed their natural ability to focus, the science behind this damage is both terrifying and surprisingly reversible. Most parents don't understand the specific brain mechanisms that screens hijack to fragment attention, which is why they can't effectively reverse the damage. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how screens shattered your child's focus at the neurological level and why this knowledge is the key to fixing it. The attention destruction happens through 3 specific neurological mechanisms. First, screens train your child's brain to expect stimulation changes every 2 to 3 seconds. YouTube videos, games, and apps are designed with rapid scene changes, constant sound effects, and continuous visual novelty. Your child's developing attention system becomes calibrated to this pace, making slower-paced real-world activities feel unbearably boring by comparison. This creates what neuroscientists call attentional fragmentation. Your child's brain loses the ability to sustain focus because it's been trained to constantly shift attention. Every 2 to 3 seconds, their brain expects something new and exciting. When real-world activities don't provide this constant novelty, their attention system automatically seeks the next stimulation source, causing the toy-hopping behavior you're witnessing. The second mechanism is dopamine dysregulation. Natural activities like playing with blocks release small, steady amounts of dopamine that reward sustained effort and completion. Screens flood the brain with massive dopamine spikes every few seconds through points, rewards, level-ups, and continuous feedback. Your child's dopamine receptors become desensitized to natural reward levels, meaning the satisfaction from completing a puzzle genuinely feels like nothing compared to screen rewards. This dopamine desensitization directly impacts focus capacity because sustained attention requires the brain to find an activity rewarding enough to continue. When your child's reward threshold has been elevated to screen levels, natural activities don't trigger enough dopamine to maintain their attention. They abandon activities not because they lack willpower, but because their brain chemistry cannot generate sufficient reward signals to sustain focus. The third mechanism is prefrontal cortex suppression. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for executive functions, including attention control, impulse regulation, and the ability to pursue long-term goals over immediate gratification. Screen use, especially in young children, suppresses prefrontal cortex development because screens do all the work for them. The screen controls their attention, provides instant rewards, and requires no delayed gratification tolerance. Without regular practice controlling their own attention, planning activities, and tolerating the frustration of delayed rewards, your child's prefrontal cortex doesn't develop the neural pathways needed for sustained focus. This is why screen-addicted children can hyper-focus on screens for hours, but can't focus on homework for 10 minutes. Screens hijack attention externally while suppressing internal attention control development. Here's your actionable insight. Conduct a stimulation audit of your child's entire environment. Count how many times per minute your child experiences attention shifts during screen time versus during real-world activities. During a YouTube video, this might be 20-30 shifts per minute. During block play, maybe 1 to 2 shifts per minute. This massive difference reveals why your child's attention system cannot function normally. Their brain has been trained for high-speed shifting and literally cannot downshift to natural pace. The terrifying part is how quickly this damage occurs. Researchers have found measurable attention span decreases after just 1 week of increased screen exposure in young children. The brain's plasticity that makes children vulnerable to this damage is also what makes recovery possible. Remove the artificial stimulation, and attention capacity rebuilds as neural pathways reestablish. The recovery requires complete screen elimination, not reduction. Reducing screen time from 4 hours to 2 hours daily still maintains the fragmented attention training. Your child's brain continues expecting rapid stimulation shifts, just less frequently. Only complete elimination for 2 to 3 weeks allows the attention system to recalibrate to natural stimulation pacing. During recovery, expect your child to seem more scattered initially because their brain is withdrawing from artificial stimulation. This temporary worsening is their attention system beginning to reset, not evidence of permanent damage. By week 2, you'll notice increasing ability to sustain focus as dopamine sensitivity restores and prefrontal cortex development resumes. Understanding the neuroscience helps you stay consistent during recovery because you recognize that your child's scattered behavior reflects damaged brain chemistry, not personality or poor discipline. The brain that was shattered by artificial stimulation is the same brain that will rebuild natural focus capacity when given proper conditions. Comment below and let me know what you are currently struggling with relating to your kid's obsession with screens. Click the link or check my bio to discover an ebook that can give you all the skills that you need to stop your child's screen addiction.